Hey everyone, my name's Leighton. I'm a chef and I specialize in Phở, and it's a very special day for the channel because I've got something new that's starting as of today, and I'm going to share that with you in a moment. But first, a bit of a story. My dream, it's a crazy one. Some people, they dream of owning a lot of property. I had a chat with an old high school mate the other day, and his dream is to be a helicopter pilot and charter people around. My dream is to taste as many pho as I can in a lifetime. I want to try and set some kind of record, and I make it no secret that I eventually want to travel the world, taste different pho in different destinations, have a chat with the owners, and get a story about that bowl. And I'm going to document it on this channel. And the best part is you get to come along for the ride. So physically, it's probably not possible to taste every single pho because, as we all know, the world's a very big place and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of pho restaurants out there because the Viets are everywhere, right? And at some point, you gotta be realistic about your goals and expectations, because if you set the bar too high and you don't achieve that, you get disappointed. But I'm just that type of person who loves solving problems. And I've dwelled on this for a while, but the other night, it just hit me. And the solution's very simple. Just get someone else to do it. And that is exactly what I've done. At the moment, I'm setting up some teams in Vietnam, and their job is to take us to a different pho location each week. We're going to hit the big guys, the small guys, even that old lady on the street corner with a cart and no name. We're going to hit them all. So how this whole thing's going to work, each week, like I said, a local guide or contributor is going to take us out for a pho. They're going to film it, and then we're going to talk about it in post. I'm also going to interview this person via phone call or video chat, which means you're going to get to see a fresh face and hear it from a different voice each week. And the way it's shot, very simple. On a phone, nothing cinematic. You don't need an expensive camera to contribute. And all we want to do is get a feel for the place. I want to see what the bowl of pho looks like, and then we're going to move on to the next location. So essentially what we're doing is getting a spoonful of that broth. We're not having the entire bowl, and at this rate, I may come close to achieving my crazy dream. So without much further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm going to jump on the computer and we're going to go through this. Jumping on the footage today, we are in Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City. I've been back there 5 times, but it's been 5 years since I've been back. And I never spent more than a day in this big city because I felt it was too crowded. I didn't like it. And my family is from Vũng Tàu on the coast, about an hour. So every time I went back, I always got zipped straight from the airport back to Vũng Tàu. Just to share a really quick story with you, 2010 was my first trip back to Vietnam. This was just before I opened up my first restaurant. Took off from Sydney, had a window seat. It was at night, looked outside, all the little lights of Sydney, and I thought that was a big city. It was until we almost landed in Ho Chi Minh. Again, same story. When I looked outside the window, my God, it sent shivers down my spine. I literally got goosebumps at just how vast and big this city is. And looking at the footage now, it just brings back so many memories. And if I could, I would jump straight on the next plane and go back. today's video takes us to Quận 5, which is a district in Ho Chi Minh. Being such a big city, it's divided into quận, or districts as they call it, and we happen to be in District 5. And Quận 5 is a place that has a large Chinese population, and it takes us to Phở Lệ. So looking at the shop front, it's very wide, and they call it mặt bằng in Vietnamese. And upstairs is their house or their home. And it's weird because in any other country, if you want to do business, you can have a shop and your house is your house. But in Vietnam, the rules don't apply. Your shop is your house, or vice versa. Check out the stare on this guy. He reminds me of my uncle. Goodness, I'm 10 hours away and he's like staring into my soul. That sign there, it reads Vui lòng không đậu xe nhà kế bên, which means don't park your car or your scooter on the neighbors. Because in Vietnam, being so crowded, everyone is very touchy about their shopfront or mặt bằng. So that is a sign just to remind customers of this busy store. Don't park next door at what looks like the lingerie store.
Em cứ làm đi, chị đang quay, mình đang làm. Dạ.
What is that? Can someone tell me what that is? It looks like, I swear, it looks like my old HKS catback exhaust on my old Supra.
Tay nhỏ đây đi con. Tôi nằm gân đây chưa? Chưa. Cái này tái nằm viên đi, rồi tái nằm viên trước nha. Tái nằm gân, bỏ tái.
So what this guy's doing is what they call trụng phở, which is where you blanch the noodles. That pot there is always on a rolling boil. Look at this lady's hand movements. So quick. And that's the sort of speed you need at a very busy store. Sometimes I get brand new staff who work in the kitchen and they're going a mile an hour. It is so slow. This lady, she's had years, if not decades and decades of experience just by looking at her hand movements. And we're gonna rewind it a bit because there's something they add in which I'm not too sure. That bottle there. Let's go back again. She adds a dash of something. I don't know what it is. Could be fish sauce, could be nước tương or soy sauce. I'm not too sure. If you have any idea what it is, drop me a comment. We've got the garnish going on. And a bit of pepper. So just stopping the footage there, you can see that Mount Everest of Duyen. Got some eggs, and what is that? Can someone tell me what that is? It looks like chili. I don't know whether it's real chili or fake chili. what I've been waiting for. To check out how they pour a bowl of pho. And there it is, liquid cold. And you can see there's a slick of fat on top. And I haven't covered this yet, but this is what stops the broth from evaporating. There's something interesting this lady does when she pours the broth. With all that fat on top, you need to go deep with the ladle so that you don't catch the fat. But at the end, she scoops a tiny bit of fat off the top and puts it on top. And this is how it's really done in Vietnam. But for obvious reasons, in Australia, if you do that, you get people complaining that the broth's too fatty. And I'll draw your attention to the garnish, a lot of spring onion. And it doesn't seem like there's coriander or sawtooth coriander, but the sawtooth coriander looks like it's on that side plate there, which is, oh my goodness, how much roll pho do they give you? And this is just for 2 people. In my store, if my staff gave that amount of roll pho to the guests out here, I'd have them fired because that is way too much. And look at that, the amount of chili and lime that they give just for 2 bowls. It's incredible. Because at the moment, Australia is dealing with a food crisis. A head of lettuce is like $12. And over here, it's a free-for-all with the amount of veggies that they're giving with this bowl of pho.
Ủa cô ơi, quán mình là mở được bao lâu rồi cô?
Mấy chục năm rồi, trên 50 năm.
À dạ. Ủa, quán mình là tên Phở Lệ, là cái này là tên của chủ ra đây luôn hay là thế nào vậy cô?
Đúng rồi, tên chủ luôn á.
Dạ. Thường là mình mở từ mấy giờ tới mấy giờ cô?
6 giờ sáng mở tới 12 giờ đêm.
À dạ, quán mình con thấy giờ nào cũng đông hết cô ha. Dạ.
So we're doing a really quick interview with the staff there, and we've asked a couple of quick questions. How long has this store been open for? And she said 50 plus years. And is the name of this store named after the owner? And she said yes. And what are the hours, or the trading hours? 6 a.m. to midnight. That is hardcore. That is all day pho. And I can imagine the volume that they do, which really interests me. Let's make a phone call.
Vâng, xin ạ.
Chào em.
Ôi, chào anh.
Em tên gì?
Dạ, chào mọi người. Em là Duyen nhưng mà mọi người có thể gọi em là Jenny. Hiện tại thì em đang sinh sống và làm việc tại Sài Gòn ạ.
Hôm nay em dẫn cả nhà đi ăn ở đâu?
Hôm nay á, Jenny sẽ dẫn mọi người đến một cái quán phở nổi tiếng tại Sài Gòn. Đó là Phở Lệ. Thì Phở Lệ thì nó đã có mặt là hơn 50 năm.
Một người mà không biết cái gì về phở ở bên Việt Nam, giả sử hôm nay hoặc tuần sau họ đáp xuống Sài Gòn, họ đi ăn một cái tô phở, thì cho anh biết cái giá bình dân của Sài Gòn là bao nhiêu cho một cái tô phở?
Nếu mà đối về giá bình dân về một tô phở thì đâu đó nó cũng chỉ nằm ở giá là khoảng 45-50 ngàn đối với một cái tô bình thường á.
Vậy là chỗ này hơi mắc phải không?
Dạ đúng rồi, ở đây thì giá nó sẽ khá là cao đối với nói chung là về so sánh giá thì nó sẽ khá là cao. Mình nói về giá trước thôi nha. Còn nếu mà nhìn lại tô phở thì khá là nhiều ạ. tô phở rất là to, bánh nhiều, thịt cũng nhiều, nói chung là khá là nhiều. Nên là đối với cái giá đó thì nó cũng so sánh về chất lượng, về cái số lượng giá, về số lượng thì giá nó vẫn ok. Với lại Phở Lệ này thì cũng có tiếng là một trong những quán phở có giá thành khá là cao rồi.
Để giải thích cái vị của cái phở này á, thì anh nghĩ một cái cách để giải thích dễ để mọi người hiểu, vì mình không thể nào mình thử được qua mạng, thì anh sẽ hỏi em 3 câu. Cái vị em thấy nó mặn vừa hay là ngọt?
Vị vừa ạ.
Đậm đà, nó êm hay là nó nhạt?
Đối với ý kiến cá nhân của em thì vị nó không đậm đà ạ.
Cái này á, có phải là một cái tô phở mà em sẽ nhớ nó không? Thèm, thèm. Cái từ là thèm.
Em không có gì để gọi là để ấn tượng lại cho em cái hương vị của nó. Đối với anh cũng vậy, khi mà anh ăn như anh nói đó là người Việt Nam sẽ gọi đó gọi là thèm. Anh biết từ thèm không? Vâng, Việt Nam nó gọi đó là thèm. Tức là nó có một cái cơn bất chợt, mình nghĩ tới một cái món ăn nào đó, tự nhiên nghĩ tới trong đầu mình là mình thèm liền và mình muốn đi ăn liền. Vâng, và ngay cái thời điểm đó, nếu mà là em, thời điểm hiện tại thì em ăn đâu đó lần này cũng là lần thứ 3 rồi, nhưng mà nó không có để lại ấn tượng cho em là việc là nếu mà em thèm phở em có ghé nó hay không, thì chắc là không.
Nhưng sẽ bù lại nếu mà để dẫn những người muốn thưởng thức phở á, thì em cũng sẽ dẫn đến đây để cho mọi người có thể thưởng thức, tại vì mọi người sẽ có một cái khẩu vị khác nhau và em cũng muốn mọi người thưởng thức vị phở truyền thống có mặt lâu đời nó là như thế nào. Còn đó bản thân em thì có thể là em sẽ lựa chọn những quán mà em cảm thấy phù hợp với em hơn.
Cảm ơn em dẫn cả nhà đi ăn hôm nay.
Cảm ơn. Dạ vâng, cảm ơn mọi người. Nếu nào mọi người cảm thấy kênh này, yêu thích kênh, hãy bấm like và subscribe nhé.
Cảm ơn em.
For listening. Yeah, bye anh.
Bye em.
And that wraps up tonight's video. I hope you like this brand new series. It's something we're going to do on a weekly basis. I promise. The last few have been so busy. Just been working on a few different projects and I've fallen behind on my video schedule. But like I said, this is something I'm going to do on a weekly basis. And I haven't thought of a name for this yet. If you can think of one, drop a comment below. And make sure to subscribe. See you in my next one. Pick up some dinner. I'm Leighton.
I'm Noah.
And this is the first video in how long?
A few months.
A few months. I've ghosted you.
How?
Ghosted means I promise I'm going to do a video with you
But you
and then I
lie.
disappear. And then when you call me, I pretend I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you always do that. But you're actually awake.
That's called ghosting.
You told me what that is. Now I am gonna do that to my kids when I have kids. When they're adults, when they call me, I'm gonna do ghosting.
Not your kids, you do it maybe to your girlfriend.
How? Why? What happened
When
if
she
you...
calls you, you just pretend you're asleep.
Who gave this to you?
No, don't. That's my Versace perfume. It's very, very, very nice. I recommend this, guys.
Okay.
I've been wearing this everywhere and all the girls have been complimenting me. They're like, wow, your perfume smells so good. And I'm like, thank you.
Why did you say thank? You say thank you instead of thank you.
What?
You say thank you.
How's it supposed to be? Thank you.
Thank.
Thank you.
Yes. Not thank.
Are you giving me English lessons?
Yes. Because I'm better at English than you.
that so?
Yes.
I
Okay.
was the best English student in my grade, thank you.
Okay. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Should I say that?
Alright, you win.
Yeah. Police helicopter.
They're coming for you. They're gonna catch you.
Reverse car block card.
Uno reverse car block.
You can't do anything to me now.
Don't do it. All the girls will like you.
Yeah, I would do it.
You don't want that. Oh.
Yes.
No. You're gonna have a girlfriend tonight.
Yay! but my teeth.
Don't worry about your teeth. Just don't smile. Just
I am a grandpa.
hide your teeth.
Like this?
Did you know yesterday I went to sign up for a brand new iPhone? Sat there, the girl checked my ID, she asked all these questions. 20 minutes later, I said, I want the green iPhone. And she went out the back, and she came out, and she said, sorry, no stock.
And then?
I walked out of the shop.
And you...
And I said to her, I'm sorry I couldn't give you a sale because I can't order it there and pick it up from another store. I'm going to do it all over again. at
all of
another
those questions.
all over again. And the girl was pretty hot too, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I really wanted you to get the sale. And she's like, it's okay. It happens all the time.
Why
All because I wanted the green iPhone.
do you have a crush on her?
No, she's
You said she's pretty.
she's alright.
Which...
I feel bad. She's not going to get any money.
Why?
She needs to close the sale.
What was? You're on low fuel.
Almost out of petrol. Petrol's expensive.
It's $100.
$2.30.
That's so cheap.
If you're rich.
I'm rich.
But we're not rich. We're poor.
I'm rich.